Could you use a quick tip daily? How about a tip that can impact your day? My name is Raphael. Join me as I bring you tips by experts around the world. These experts have shared their knowledge and wisdom with me and will directly share them with you. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and comment, and I would love for you to become part of the New Tip Daily community. Good morning. Welcome back to New Tip Daily. This is Business Tips Today. Today we're going to talk about phone etiquette. By the way, this is going to be my new time, 9:30. We had to start a little bit late because of technical issues. So we have those every so often. So I want to talk to you today about phone etiquette. So whether you're answering on your cell phone or on your landline, whatever it is, it's in my businesses, if you do not know how to answer the phone, you're not allowed to pick it up. Nobody. And I've had many a time my phone will ring. I would rather have my answering machine pick up the phone than somebody who doesn't know how to engage with my customers. I've been in a situation where I was helping a customer and my phone started to ring and I could not, because that customer had a time schedule. So I could not just get on the phone and maybe be engaged with that person for 5 minutes and this other person and leave. So I just let it ring. And I had one of my other customers say, "Oh, I can pick that up for you." I said, "No, thank you. I appreciate that, but we're good. And I'll call them back," is what I said. And that's probably the best advice I can give you today. If someone does not know how to answer your phone, don't put them to answer your phone because they will mess things up and you may never reclaim that client. If somebody goes to a well-recorded voice message, says, "We're happy that you called. We look forward to speaking with you. We will have a representative call you back shortly." And wish them a beautiful day. Have a great day. I hope you have an amazing time. We look forward to speaking with you. A representative will call you back. Short, sweet. We can also start by saying, "Thank you for calling," whatever the name of your business is. We're helping another client. We would love to give you a call back. Please leave your name, number, and any brief message you'd like to leave. But here's the thing. Sometimes people don't always uh, speak clearly, and they'll ramble on their number as if you knew it. And they put numbers one right behind the others, like 5443, and you have no idea. This is why caller ID is important also for your business. Let's say they have a private number, then you're kind of stuck and you try to decipher the message that they send you. So it's always important to ask them to please leave a clear message. This is usually what I'll say. I'll say, "Thank you for calling in the name of my business. We're helping another client, but we'd love to help you. Please leave a clear, detailed message, including your phone number, and we will have a representative call you back. Have an amazing day. Looking forward to speaking with you soon." And we don't say that fast. We slow it down. And the reason is so that they can understand it. Make sure there's no outside noises. So you want to be able to record that message when no one else is around or there's no weird noises going on. So your message is clear because you're asking them to leave a clear message. So let's say you do answer the phone. You should have a script. You should have your script, whatever it is that you're trying to engage. And it doesn't matter if it's something, super simple. You want to have a detailed script, maybe even a checklist, right? When you answer the phone, and it could be on a tablet, it could be on anything. But when somebody calls, this way you can have pen and paper or a tablet, and you can gather their information. And so you'll start by, "Good morning, we're having a great day at," or "Good afternoon, we're having a great day at," "Good evening, we're having a great day at," or anything that's gonna be different than anyone else that they would call. And the reason for that is to kind of really engage them and let them know that you're there to help them. So that's part of the phone etiquette number 1. Let them know you're having a great day and you're there to help them. I've called so many businesses and all I get is like, "Hello?" And then I ask them if they're the business I'm calling, "Is this Y and Z company?" "Oh, yes, it is." Well, you should have answered that. And it feels like I interrupted them, and I feel like I'm an intruder, and you never ever wanna have your customers feel like they're intruding. You want them to feel almost as if you were waiting on the phone for them to call. I know that sounds a little crazy, but it makes it seem like you're the most important person who is on the phone with me right now. Now, let's say you call a restaurant, and this has happened 1,000 times. They're so busy, yet they only have one person answering the phone. One. And they may have 30 calls in at the same time. And you hear this. I know because I've been at restaurants that do this, and I hear them. "Please hold, please hold, please hold, please hold, please hold, please." They don't even say hello. They don't even say that. Why? I get it, because there's 30 people calling at the same time. But meanwhile, they're employing one person to handle the phones. And how many of those people are gonna be able to say, "You know what? I've been on hold for 4 minutes." They probably forgot about me. Click, and either they'll call back because they really wanna go to that restaurant, or they'll go, "Okay, what's the other choice that we have for tonight? What other restaurant do we wanna go to?" And they'll call there. Maybe they're calling for reservations, maybe they're calling to place an order. So, do we wanna lose a client? Hey, listen, if it's a pizzeria and they're gonna come in for a slice, usually they're not gonna call. But if it's a restaurant and they're coming in and you can potentially have a guest who is either gonna order, $50 worth of food, $100 worth of food, or they're making a reservation for 4, 6, 8, 12 people, you wanna be able to be there for them. So and then the other thing is, do you have a phone system to maybe play music or even a commercial? If you're a restaurant and you put somebody on hold, it shouldn't be just music. It should be, "This week's special is lamb chops and whatever," right? It should be a message, and you can change it. Yeah, it's very sophisticated nowadays. You can change that message every day, and you can even buy the messages, right? So, listen, you wanna be successful, but you don't wanna spend the money to be successful. That's like throwing money out the window. You wanna print money every day, and your phone helps you print money by answering it properly. So let's say somebody does call and you're a service-based business, whatever service you may be, whether you're a restaurant, you're a coach, you're a dance school, gymnastics school, a pro shop, a store, wherever it is, you want to also let them know who's speaking. But a lot of times I get that, and I miss the person who I'm speaking to because they say their name so fast. "Hi, this is ABC. We're having a great day. How are you today?" "Great. My name is Raphael. How can I help you?" So you inform them of how you're doing great, and then you ask them the simple question, "How can I help you?" A lot of people go, "Hello, ABC company," and then they don't say anything. We need to say, "Hi, ABC," whatever. Any little, you don't wanna make it too long, right? So let's say, "ABC Interiors, we're having a great day. How are you today?" You ask them how you're doing, and that throws them off a little bit. They're like, I'm great. Great, nice to hear that. My name is Raphael. How can I help you?" At that point, they can tell you why they called because that's important. So let's say you have a checklist of all the questions you're going to ask them because remember, the person in control is the winner. The person in control of a conversation, especially on the phone, is the winner. You're going to be in control of the funnel, if you will, of questions that will get them to a clear understanding of even why they called. Get you to understand why they called. Get them to understand why they called. Listen, I own a martial arts school, but let's say it was a dance school. And one of the things that somebody calls for, well, let's say I have what kind of other school can I have? Oh, I know, communication school, which actually I'm opening up soon. And how may I help you? Well, I'm interested in classes. Great. Now, the next level of communication is you are not guessing. You're asking specific questions. Great. I'm happy you called today. Can I ask, is this for you or someone else? And the reason that's important is to find out who they're calling for. Maybe they're calling for their child. Maybe they're calling for their spouse or their loved one. I've had many people call for someone else, and I can't really help them that much unless they know a lot about that other person. And that person is maybe standing there because they're just shy or they're nervous or they're not sure if they want to do this thing. So once you establish who the call is for, a good question to ask is, how long have you been considering classes, this program, this structure? How long have you been in the market? Is really what you're asking. And then the next simple thing, you don't want to keep them on the phone. You don't want to hear their whole life story on the phone because some people will try that. And the next, remember, you need to guide the conversation to what? To a close. You're not going to sell them on a product unless they're calling, hey, I want to buy so and so. Sure. We have it in stock. Would you like us to put one aside for you? Or would you like to place your order now? That's different. But if you're selling a program and nobody has been to your facility, whether it's a dance class, martial arts class, boxing class, fitness class, membership of any type, or even if they want to buy a car, nobody's going to buy a car over the phone, right? So the important thing here is to get them to come in. I called a dealership recently and I try to set up an appointment to do a test drive. And the person on the phone was lost. First, it was hard to hear them. That was one. They never asked my name. They never told me their name. And then when I asked them to set up a test drive, you know what they said to me? "I'll just come in whenever you like. Thank you, bye." And they didn't even let me respond. They just hung up on me. Incredible, incredible. So the goal is to set up an appointment. When anybody ever calls you, to set up an appointment. If you're a restaurant, to set up a reservation, that's an appointment, or to take an order. If you're a facility, a martial arts facility, a dance school, a soccer school, whatever, a knitting class, whatever, you want to set up an appointment for the person to come in so you can sell them on a program. A lot of times when people call because all they want to know is price, you can you have a couple of options. You can divert them to, we don't give prices over the phone. That's okay. Or you can say, we have a special right now and it's so and so. It's this price, but we're not sure how long that price is for, or this price is only good for 1 week. Would you like to schedule an appointment for this week? We don't want to schedule an appointment a month from now. Why? Because people will never keep that appointment. For the most part, I would say 90% of the people never keep an appointment if it's far out in the future. I know because a lot of my guests never show up for my shows when they book 2 months ahead. That's why when they book, I let them know, put it in your calendar, da, 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 and I still send them tons of emails. So thinking about how we engage someone on the phone, we need to funnel down to our objective. Our objective on the phone is to either get them to come in, if that's what we're doing, or get them to place an order. If somebody calls and all they want is information, then give them the information. But don't waste time on somebody who only wants information. If somebody calls uh, a store and they say, well, I'm looking for a Nikon F whatever. Sure, we have those available. Well, can you tell me, um, how much storage? Sure, I'd be more than happy to do that. When would you like to come in and we can actually go over the whole camera with you? See, schedule them to come in because you're never going to sell them on the phone, right? Unless they say, I'm interested in a F90 camera, whatever it is, Nikon, Canon, whatever camera, let's say you're selling cameras. Sure. And we actually have a special right now. Would you like to place an order? It's the questions. Get them to make a decision there, to either make a decision to buy or a decision to come in. That's it. That's the key. So thank you for joining me today. There's so much more that we can go into phone etiquette. How do you go down your list, you check mark off things. Is it for you or somebody else? You check it off. Is it, when were you looking to do this? Check that off. How long have you been thinking? Check that off. So you have questions that you're going to be asking. It could be conversational. It doesn't have to be robotic either. And you don't go, wait, let me ask you the next question. You don't say those things. You make it flow. You make it flow in the way that you want. And if you ever need help with the flow of a conversation or how to write out a checklist, DM me and definitely have helped many businesses on how to set up their phone conversations and how to get somebody to actually come in and and make a sale. So thank you for joining me today. Like I said, there's a lot to this. And just this is not going to teach you everything. There's so much more. You really have to narrow it down, funnel it down till you get an appointment. A lot of times, I get people who make appointments through my website without me even talking to them. I do call them after they make an appointment, though, just to confirm. and give them a couple of little bit details. So now there is that human touch that we go into. So thank you for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Well, I did forget one thing I want to tell you. I've taken my shows and all of my shows are now going to be 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. If anything ever changes again, I will let you know. I know we used to do these earlier, rescheduled everything so that I can do more things because I'm training at either 5 or 5:30 every morning, and then I do a bunch of different things, and so this is where I make time for this show, and then I have my 10 o'clock shows and so forth and so forth. So, planning your days, planning your year is a key ingredient. So I'll see you tomorrow at 9:30. Thank you. Have an amazing rest of your day.